my sister was back in the hospital. All because I opened a window for some fresh air. Outside the ward, my mother jabbed a finger at my face, her spittle flying as she screamed, "We never should have taken you back. Your grandmother raised you wrong, sending you here just to torture your sister. If anything happens to Rosie, you can forget about living, too." Deep in the night, the house was silent. A tall man in a black coat phased through the wall and drifted straight toward my sister's bed. "Rosie Wallace, your time is up. Come with me." My sister was sound asleep, but I was wide awake. I scrambled up from my makeshift bed on the floor and stood between him and my sister. My voice trembled, but I didn't move. "Sir, you've made a mistake. That's my older sister. I'm Rosie." I glanced back at my mother, sleeping in a chair beside the bed, her brow furrowed even in her dreams. Maybe she'd be happier without me. "Sir, I won't run," I said. "But, can I have 3 more days? I want to be here for my mother's birthday." The man in black paused. The iron chain in his hand scraped together with a sound that set my teeth on edge. "A substitute?" he rasped. "To take another's place is to forfeit your own soul, never to be reborn." I didn't hesitate. I nodded hard. I looked back at Rosie on the hospital bed. A little color had returned to her cheeks. Even in sleep, a faint smile played on her lips. Mom had read her 3 fairy tales before bed. Meanwhile, I was curled up on the cold floor, not daring to pull even a corner of the thin blanket for myself. "I'm willing, sir. As long as my mother doesn't have to cry, I'll do anything. 3 days. Just 3. I want to see her through her birthday." The man in black was silent for a long time. So long I thought he was going to refuse, that he would swing his chain and drag Rosie away. Then, he slowly raised his hand. A tiny, nail-sized stick of incense materialized at his fingertips. It glowed with a violet light, the smoke curling not upwards, but around my wrist. It felt cool against my skin. "This is a soul thread. When it burns out, your 3 days are up. I will come for you then." And with that, he vanished into the shadows of the corner. I touched my wrist. A thin, violet mark glowed there, burning down with an agonizing slowness. My own personal countdown clock. I should have been terrified, but for some reason, a strange sense of peace settled over me. Grandma used to say that when people die, they become stars, and from there they can watch over the ones they love most. If I become a star, will I finally see Mom smile at me? Even just once. Just as the sky began to lighten, I was jolted awake by a racking cough. I tried to get up, but my head was heavy, my vision swam with black spots, and my forehead was burning. "What are you coughing for?" My mother stood over me, her coat thrown over her shoulders, her face a mask of irritation. "If you wake Rosie, I swear I'll rip your mouth off." I quickly clamped my hands over my mouth, swallowing the rest of the coughs until tears pricked my eyes. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to," she scoffed, her eyes filled with disgust. "Well, get up. Rosie will want her vegetable porridge when she wakes. Go to the cafeteria and get it. Make sure it's the softest kind." She turned back to the bed, her movements becoming instantly gentle as she dabbed Rosie's forehead with a damp cloth. I pushed myself up from the floor, my legs shaking. My knees, sore from kneeling for so long last night, screamed with pain. I didn't dare say I had a fever, too. The last time I said I had a headache, Mom accused me of faking it to get out of chores. If I said anything now, she'd only get angrier. I felt the small, heavy weight in my pocket. My little piggy bank. It held a year's worth of coins I'd saved since coming back from Grandma's. I had been planning to buy a new backpack. The strap on my current one was broken, held together with a safety pin, and the other kids always made fun of me, but that didn't matter anymore. I wouldn't need a backpack where I was going. I was going to use the money to buy my mother a birthday cake. On her past birthdays, Rosie always got to cut the cake. The wishes were always for Rosie. I just wanted Mom to make a wish for me, just once, even if it was just an afterthought. Clutching my piggy bank, I shuffled out of the room. The hallway was freezing. The wind seemed to cut right through to my bones. But as I looked at the violet mark on my wrist, I couldn't help but smile. 3 days left. I had to make them count.
Click the link on the homepage to watch the full Follow Mine for free.